What's up? Back at you with another video. Guysini, today I bring you Renaldo Gouws, and the video says, Justice for Jaco Pieterse. Will we get justice for Jaco Pieterse? Oh my Lord, what have I been telling y'all about accusing the white principal? Haven't I been asking y'all where you got the information that says that it is him? When your lips started moving and you uttered his name, what logical sequence did your brain follow to come to enough conviction to move your feet and move your lips about him? So you listen to the media, you watch some TikToks, you saw a tweet here and there, you saw a celebrity here and there, and a light bulb came up. And you were like, this absolutely happened. It absolutely is him. It cannot be anyone else. We've been waiting for a time like this, for a white man to do something to a black child so that we can go out into the streets. This happens pretty much every day in our societies, but we're gonna go out. We're gonna make sure that this moves. And by the way, this is my first time observing such an eruption of anger that looks so organized. If you have been watching my channel, this content has only been existing for the last 54 days now. I've only been doing this for 54 days. And in this time that I've been here, I've managed to see some patterns. I've managed to spot some collaborators. People who are reading from a hymn book. It shocked me at first. Then I had to remind myself, bro, you know about this. This is the media industry. This is the land of organized. This is the medium that controls the world. Lucifer is said to be controlling this fallen world, and he is the prince of the powers of the air. He is in charge of the telecoms industry. He's the CEO. He's the director, sole director. He owns it. And so this is a powerful place to be at. This is a place where minds are bent, shaped, manipulated. This is where minds are groomed. This is where ideas are destroyed and replaced with others. And so when I saw movement, mobilization, when I saw a podcast with 1 million views where a mother went on, I wondered, how did this podcast get 1 million views? These podcasts have so many tragic stories about them, but you don't see an uprising. How did this happen? Then I would go on to the social medias and find some TikToks, clips of that episode, and they had been watched quite a lot, meaning that people discovered this long form content via these short form videos. It's like pamphlets that lead you to the restaurant, that lead you to stand there now looking at the whole menu. It starts out with you being given one menu item that costs only 19 Rand and it's 6 pieces of chicken. So you go on there and you're like, what? Let me find out if I can get 24 pieces of chicken. And so I realized this is the funnel. This is how that episode got so many views. And I wondered, but who are these ladies with so many TikTok followers who managed to garner so much attention? And this seems to be where the revolution actually started, with these videos that have so many views across these channels, where these influencers seem to be running very famous brands for themselves. Activist brands where they are champions for women things. And so that got me wondering, is there an NGO behind this? And as soon as it broke, there was a hashtag, and then there were posters of a young child crying, and then they were printed. And I wondered, who is the graphic designer? These posters don't just come out. Every single video that I make takes about 20 minutes each to create the thumbnail, 20 to 30, sometimes 35 minutes to create a thumbnail. So every product needs to have a packaging. These posters that people were holding up, this hashtag that was now going about, a white woman on Twitter, it seems, was one of the first people to say that there's this grape, there's this hashtag, there's calls for justice for this child with this name. And it seems that the principal has done it. And so from all of that, there's now sparks, influencers, celebrities all coming on, and then it started to look to me like this is the work of an NGO. Are there people behind this who organize the march? Plus, by the way, marches are scheduled, they are organized. Something may look like it's a spontaneous eruption of anger, people hitting the streets, and they already have printed banners and printed shirts. And you wonder how, what kind of sudden uprising looks so organized? Well, you realize that no, it's not sudden, it's not abrupt. It is, though, very organized because there's an organization that can make these things happen. So, after all of these things combined, this leads to outrage, that leads to recently Owami being one of the people who's saying, yo, Penwell, stop talking garbage about this issue. We want justice. We are pissed. We are angry. And so I would get a hold of that video, quote it over here, and then I would give warnings to say, hey, slow down. Hold on. The AfriForum has said that this man is not the one. He was not there. He's not officially even considered a suspect. He has been requested for his DNA because the mother is the one who has pressured the police to say, look at the attention that I've gotten by going on social media. There's about to be an eruption. You better get out of my way and do as I say. So go, therefore, and tell the principal to bring his DNA. And so things started circulating as well about the principal not being cooperative. And with that, the fire grew bigger and people said that indeed there's something fishy over here. So we are finally now at the video itself. And it's about to get hot. It's about to get really bad. This man here, it seems, has suffered. This country is full of racism, black and white racism. And now Renaldo, an activist against black racism, somebody who cherishes and defends white racists quite suspiciously, frequently and unashamedly, is now here to grab the throats and the balls simultaneously of those who have gone and laid blame at the feet of this man. Let's listen. Some of you will be getting sued.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Renaldo. So I want you to imagine the following. It's a random Saturday, you enjoying time with your family, suddenly your phone pings, you check, it's a WhatsApp message from a friend and they ask you, did you see the news? Before you can answer, you get another 10 WhatsApp messages. You see people are sending you articles. Your phone starts ringing and you see it's a journalist when you answer and they say, can you please comment on the fact that you are a suspect in a rape case? And obviously you can't give comment, so you want to contact your attorneys. But before you do that, you go and look on the links that's been sent and you see the following. Police identify 3 people as suspects in the alleged rape of a former Bergview College learner. Police Minister Senzo Mchunu has reportedly confirmed that one of the suspects is the school's principal. Now suddenly you go, well, that's me and I'm a suspect. This rape happened on the 14th of October 2024. I've been working with the police, I've been working with everybody in resolving this case, and now on the 29th of March on a Saturday I'm being accused of raping this individual. I'm a suspect in all of this. And then subsequently, for the rest of that day and for the next 6 days, you are hounded by journalists, you are belittled, attacked, insulted on social media, you trend on social media, people arrange a march, your name is on a placard that says you are a rapist, people accuse you of being a rapist, you get WhatsApp messages that you are a rapist and that you refuse to give your DNA to prove your innocence, and your wife gets phone calls. She eventually has to shut her business down because of the fear of people coming and harming her. You and your family suddenly are pariahs, and your friends start questioning, could this possibly be true? Now that's exactly what happened to the principal of Bergview College, Jaco Pieterse. And what is really concerning is that it took the police 6 days from making that statement to correcting it and saying that Jaco Pieterse is in actual fact not a suspect and never was a suspect. Now please tell me, at what point are mainstream media and the SAPS responsible for this? And that is exactly what AfriForum is trying to find out, because AfriForum is asking for the following. Police Minister Senzo Mchunu owes Bergview College principal and the public an apology. Minister will face criminal consequences.
Aye.
For a week, Police Minister Senzo Mchunu sat idle as false and defamatory statements, made worse by his own false claims made in a press statement, were repeated and amplified across social media and news organizations. AfriForum's private prosecution unit, which represents Bergview College principal Jaco Pieterse, will now advise and guide him to ensure criminal accountability for those who repeated these claims. The principal was publicly piloted based on the fictitious claim he had obstructed a police investigation into the rape of a child who attended the school. And it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. At what point do you hold individuals personally responsible for spreading false information and accusing you of a rape and accusing you of the worst things possible and wishing for you to die, threatening your life and threatening your family's lives and threatening your livelihood? And that is exactly what happened. I mean, there are many examples of things like this being said.
Come to light about that Cwecwe situation. A 7-year-old girl. Guys, she's 7 years old.
This is the white woman that I'm talking about. People hopped up in my comments and they said, why would outrage towards Jaco Pieterse be racist? Because I put it across that it is so. They asked the question, why would it be racist because there was a white woman who joined the outrage? What if really? What if? I don't know who this woman is, and I don't intend to defame her or accuse her of some things, so I'll make a different hypothetical. What if you are a black South African individual and your psychology is known by some people who are very good at manipulating minds, who are very good at projecting images in your face and getting your attention, your undivided attention? And what if those people, in the knowledge of your psychology, people like spies, people like Luciferians, people like the deep state, people like the Illuminati, what if people like that decided, hey, what if the best way to get black people outraged is to use a white woman? What if this white woman seems and appears to be Afrikaner, someone who the black people recognize as completely opposed to them and never standing on the same side as them? But now, by some turn of fortune, in a racist South Africa, you've got a white Afrikaner woman standing with black people, standing up for a black child and pointing fingers at a white principal and the AfriForum. As you can see there's Justice for Cwecwe and AfriForum for representing the suspect. What if this sort of approach is one that higher ups can use to lure you into false security? Why? Because you're black. You are used to an employer giving you instructions. You are used to a white person being a senior, and what they say will go for you, especially if it aligns with you. It'll go much more than if it was a black woman who had made this thing so outrageous. So they go for that. And now you decide, hey, this I've never seen before. This must be a miracle. This must be the Lord Jesus Christ himself, dressed in a blouse with brown hair, white skin, and butterfly eyeglasses. And you're like, I believe. I will be on the streets. I will be believing and giving in and giving my all to go and fight and spread the message.
7-year-old girl. Guys, she's 7 years old. 7-year-old, and she got raped. I'm still figuring out the details of the story. But the one thing that I noticed, that AfriForum is representing one of the suspects. And my alarm bells are going off. Why is AfriForum representing a rape suspect? What the fuck is going on? Why? They are so big about farm murders and all of these things, but a 7-year-old girl getting raped by the name of Cwecwe does not fucking fall on their radar of something to protect a little kid. This fucking shows you what AfriForum is all about, isn't it? I'm still going to read the details, but I hope they will get justice for Cwecwe. That little girl, I was in fucking tears reading that story. There's no ways I'm going to let this go. Cwecwe, go.
And by the way, this is not the first white woman I've seen. Well, actually, she is the first. What I mean to say, she's not the only. There would be later someone else as well, whom I came across in a video. Cue here. Hey, some quick shameless self-promotion over here. If you love and enjoy this channel and you also happen to love dope gadgets, you can support my new baby, my new startup, my new retail venture, Gadget Plug. In case you've only ever known me as a YouTuber, you'll be glad to know that I'm also a wedding and documentary film producer, pro video editor, and all-round entrepreneur with a love for high-end gadgets like cinema cameras, gaming consoles, powerful GPUs, computers, and mobile phones. And my electronics store Gadget Plug is your new go-to place for the latest and greatest in tech. We're talking real gadgets, real quality, real quick, at the best prices in all of South Africa. To know more about this, head on over to my website imneo.co.za and check out my e-commerce store today. As we officially kick off business, Gadget Plug has stock right now of iPhone 16 Pro Max in 256 and 512 gig at 25,000 and 28,000 respectively. Simply press the green button at the bottom of my website if you want to inquire, and one of my friendly customer service agents will attend to you. Thank you very much for your support. And now back to the video.
For the case of Cwecwe, other than making a video about it and spreading awareness about it and asking you guys to please sign the petition. But a petition is not enough. Give me a second. Sorry, my baby's come first. But seriously, I have fought the...
Okay, so now there's a pretty white girl and she's also promoting the petition.
What we will not do is sit back and watch Cwecwe herself not getting the justice she deserves. That is what we will not do.
So we've got another woman now. Are these the influencers? So that woman there comes at the end of a video where Cwecwe's mom did a selfie video giving the details that she has for those who wanna hear about it. There was a stitching of those parts of that video, and at the end of it there were two ladies, a black one and a white one. This white one appeared to be a Cape Townian woman, looks like she's in a dope house, she sounds like she's a psychologist or an activist or both, and she as well was busy saying that something needs to be done, something needs to be done. And of course, I find this all suspicious because I'm a black person who lives in a polarized society where I know normally that white people have their own issues on that side and black people have their own issues on that side. So now, all of a sudden, when there's a white woman, two of them, trying to stand with black people like that, man, thank you for their generosity, but I'm first suspicious, then I listen, and then I give my approval. That's just who I am. So, I've never given my approval. I've always expressed my suspicion. And now we're here, and there's something here going on.
We will make a fucking noise until something gets done.
Now amplify that message by hundreds of others making videos about it, and people on social media, specifically X, calling you a rapist, accusing you of the worst things, accusing your attorneys, the people that are defending you, of defending a rapist. Now, the question is, at what point are we going to stop talking about taking on these individuals, and when are we going to start prosecuting these individuals for what they say and do? There are many examples of people that jump on the bandwagon and start accusing left, right, and center, and then there's no accountability because there were hundreds of thousands of people across the various social media platforms that went after Jaco and accused him of being a rapist. And now everybody's silent. Nobody is apologizing. The people that led the charge by making videos, posting articles, and making wild accusations are now nowhere to be found because it's not newsworthy anymore. They stood on that pedestal, they said what they wanted to say, they accused innocent people, and suddenly there's no consequences. And now they can just move on to the next thing and accuse the next person of insane crime, and there's no repercussions for their actions. Like this lady that you just...
And as Renaldo is saying this, something does come to mind. Someone cometh to mind. And that is the guy, the Summer Sambit. His video is one that also kinda brought traffic. It didn't move as much as these other ones that got 1 million views, etc. But certainly over 30,000. I've seen that. And more than the numbers, it was his persuasion. It was his sales pitch. It was how he preached and energized. And then at the end of his sermon, called people to give money, offering. Go to this petition over here. Go and make a difference. Go sign it. Go and deposit some money.
Stop being afraid to call out corruption. Stop letting outrage die after 2 weeks. There's a petition I have in the description, or may I'll try to have. Sign it and demand real action. Don't make this just another forgotten history. Cwecwe deserves more than AMA hashtags. She deserves real justice.
Although that he left out. However, the funnel though would put you through a process where you fill in your name, and that is not enough. You haven't signed as yet. Please now enter your credit card details or your PayPal and make a payment of so much. Sambit, in that same video, would also, as part of his manipulative tactics, say and predict the future. Say, come back in about 5 days or a week or a month, and you will notice that people will be completely quiet. They won't still be active about this issue, this cause for justice.
And that's why Cwecwe's assaulter will walk free, because the people who are screaming for justice today won't even remember her name a month from now. Mark my words. And after a month, come back to this video and go, oh snap, he was actually right. Because you know I'm right. Nobody's going to. What, you think that the news channels are going to care? They'll just milk her case for views until it dies. And you know why? Because keeping it alive doesn't make the money.
And since then, he himself has been quiet. He himself has been making videos about other things. He has been continuing to just be a YouTube creator. Waking up in the morning, creating a video, posting it, and looking at the monetization numbers. After I called him into question and I said, yo, dude, that website, that petitions.net where you're sending people to go and put some money in, that website, the FAQ page says that it is based in Finland. The owners of the company are not shown. It just says it's owned by the employees. And the website looks totally phony. But you've gone and put the link in your description and ask people to click it and take action. Since calling him to be accountable, he as well has disappeared after all of that fiery energy. This is South Africa, ladies and gentlemen.
Saw now on TikTok making that, what is going to happen to her for the statements that she made? What is going to happen? And what's going to happen to every single person out there that made insane claims about Jaco Pieterse? Well, nothing. Because clearly we've reached a point in this country where you can say the most outlandish stuff about people, and when it is proven wrong, or when context is finally given, then they don't need to go and apologize for what they said. They can just leave it up, move on to the next thing. Now, if you Google Jaco Pieterse for the next 10 years, what is always going to rise to the top is rape accused or a suspect. So on social media and on the internet, his reputation is completely ruined because of the SAPS, because of mainstream media, and because of social media warriors that think that they need to be first and they don't really care about the truth. And until such time as these random individuals are held accountable for the bullshit that they say, nothing's going to change. And to an extent, the same happened with me. Last year, massive media shitstorm over a video that was completely taken out of context by IOL. And don't worry, IOL, I'm still coming for you.
Really?
I'm still coming for you. Because we need to set an example that when people share information that's not truthful, that is taking things completely out of context, then they need to be held accountable.
Renaldo,
and once again,
please don't come at me for anything that I've said. I've been joking, you know what I'm saying? I've been playing. My lord, I said it. I already apologized to Renaldo in a video when he said that he was going to be fetching IOL. I hope IOL is whom you need to get your justice from and quench your thirst. I'm just a victim of IOL and mainstream media's propaganda, yo. So I know what you're saying. The people who are currently victims of this organized outrage, the people who've been convinced, the people who've been duped, the people whose emotions have been played, I feel for them. And in the event that you might want to sue or something, I'm also a victim. I ain't done nothing. I ain't said nothing about you. Never. You've never heard me say anything. You heard?
Unfortunately, Jaco Pieterse is the latest victim of that. And there's been many examples. Jan Braai is an example. Ramon Kabanak is an example. I'm an example. There are so many examples of people whose reputations have been tainted by mainstream media and people on social media because they want to get the news out first and they don't really care how accurate it is. And therefore, I applaud AfriForum. And I applaud anybody that's willing to pick up a case like this and take it further and hold those that spread the misinformation and disinformation accountable for what they have to say. So,
hey man, Elon Musk said he's bringing comedy back to Twitter. You better not be such a tight ass here that you are now also taking away comedy. We came here to play, man. We only got one life. There's only one South Africa. There's only one group of white people to screw around with and have a laugh. So don't come here, be aggressive. We also let you go for a whole lot of stuff. And unfortunately, there's only one Human Rights Commission where we can hold you accountable. And if you've already got one case pending and you continue to commit 5, 6, 7 more, keep saying stuff that's racist. We just know that, what's working? This guy is going to bankrupt the Human Rights Commission if we go there constantly taking him. So, we might as well leave him. You see, that's what we've done with you. We don't want to clog our institution. We need more racists to be processed and to be found guilty. We need more apologies. So don't feel emboldened here. You are guilty yourself of a lot of stuff. So don't try here come to sue us here, man. I ain't got money. I'm poor. I'm trying to get it, and I'm exploiting you as well because you're a popular figure and I know something about the algorithm. It literally shows me the people who are watching my channel from other channels, and it shows me your channel, Biz News TV, Season Bof Walsh, 360 Katlehos channel. So I've come here with a dope formula. I'm a capitalist. I'm a man who thinks. A swart marka plan. That's what I done did here. So as long as you understand the game and I understand the game, as long as you appreciate comedy and I do too, just chill. Sue IOL and whatever if you can. But if you lose, the gates of hell are gonna open on you. It'll be like how the AfriForum lost the Kiss the Poor case. And now there's a judgment that says why this song is legit. It's a hit. Can't do nothing about it. Must be blasted. Should you go and lose and a court comes back saying, no, IOL got you right. You done said some things and you cannot win against them like you're a completely innocent party. You made that video, you put it out into the ether and scavengers found it. It's like Kim Kardashian, a porn star trying to sue there. Hey, you put your booty up like that, but hey, let me just leave this. I'm not a legal expert. I don't know if Kim Kardashian can sue or not.
So I really am appalled that a 7-year-old child was raped, and we do need justice for Cwecwe. But what we also need is justice for Jaco Pieterse, because if you compare how many people accused him versus how many people apologized or rectified their articles, if you are mainstream media, you will see that it doesn't even come close. It doesn't even come close. There are hundreds of thousands of people that accused Jaco, but you can count the apologies on 2 hands. And that is the state of South Africa at the moment. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to smash that like button. Please be sure.
Yo, and I'm out of here. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and stay away from saying things about people who didn't do those things. I'll see you next time.